So, what do you want to talk about today? Like, do you have any replays that you want to go over? Um,
So I just kind of found one on a short notice. So,
okay.
and then, maybe we can just pick like a random one or something. So I've like sort of picked like four heroes that I play with, like depending on the situation.
Okay.
So like if I want to safe lane carry, I'll play Jug, and if I want to play mid, I'll usually just pick Queen.
Okay.
And for support, I think Lion and oh, and LC for jungle. So like I really like decided to stick with those four heroes, unless like I know that I'm getting countered, so I'll pick something else. But
Okay, that's fine.
yeah,
Can you link me
and
your Dota buff really quick?
oh yeah, sure. Yeah. Uh, it's in Skype.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna share my screen. Okay, here we go. Oh, okay. Is this your first account?
Yeah,
Okay.
first and
Is
only.
it okay? First and only. Okay.
So
So,
I have these dry spells when
yeah.
I'm like I can't stand Dota anymore, and I stop playing for like 3 months.
Okay.
And last like the most recently I had one long one, so I just decided to get back into it
Okay. Um.
because I was just tilting by the end of the previous run. So
Okay. So this
yeah,
is obviously
time
not conducive to getting better at all. Um.
right.
Like that much is obvious. Um. Okay. So that's fine. Do you have tilting issues generally?
No, no, I don't like. I think when other people start flaming, I either tilt or I just mute them and continue playing. So it's kind of like a 50-50, but
Okay.
I generally don't like
Yeah,
go
that's
into
fine.
flaming sessions
It
with
sounds
other
normal.
people. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, just instead of trying or instead of not muting people, definitely just mute them instantly. Like their opinion doesn't really matter. Um, not trying to be a dick when I say that either. It's just like it doesn't really. Yeah.
Yeah.
So try to prevent that. That's fine. Definitely, like if you can, try to avoid the dry spells. Like part of getting better at any kind of skill is practicing every day, even for a little bit. So if you find that you literally cannot get yourself to queue up for a pub or whatever, just like go less hit for 10 minutes or something. Like I really recommend this challenge thing. Last hit
Yeah, I've
challenge.
actually been playing it a lot.
Mhm.
Actually, since I started watching your videos on YouTube,
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah,
I've been
so
doing that a lot. Yeah.
definitely do that. That if you can't play Dota, like for whatever reason, try to do that at least 5 minutes a day. Um, okay. So I don't see anything else that's like too crazy. You did mention you want to stop dying so much,
Yeah, my
and
death counts are actually like off the charts every game.
yeah. Well, I mean, not every game, but you do have a lot of like really high games. I guess your average is like relatively high, even in games where you have like a lot of kills. Like this game is 13. You still have 7 deaths, which is it's a fair amount. Okay. So yeah, can you link or
Yeah,
which replay did you want to go over?
replay, right? Yeah,
Yep,
just a sec. Let me find the.
sure.
Yep, here you go.
Cool. Yeah. Okay, so you are. All right.
I
So you're
think it was Queen. Yeah, it
Quap.
was Queen.
You went for the Orchid. Okay, this
Oh my
is.
gosh. Okay. Yeah, I don't
You
usually
okay?
go for Bloodthorn, but we can watch it anyway.
Okay, that's fine. So a couple of things that I see are you went for Yules, which is fine. You're playing against. Actually, I don't. Why did you go for Yules this game? What was your reasoning?
I think it was maybe the Invoker. I really don't remember this game, but maybe we can watch and it'll come back to me.
Okay. The only thing I can see is Prophet has a Bloodthorn, so he had Orchid at some point. Um, I don't think you go for Yulezo in this case, but yeah. I think going for the Orchid BKB build would have been better. Just because it counters a lot of their damage, and it will also naturally counter the Orchid. The build-up is a bit slower, but it's worth it.
Makes sense.
Okay. You also seem
I
to have
always
gotten...
forget to go for BKB on Queen. Like, I just don't think about it at times. Anyway.
Yeah, it's extremely good. So definitely you want to consider building it in a lot of games. You also upgraded your bots very early, which against their team it's maybe okay, but you have no way to like. I mean, I guess you can kill people, but it's still a bit scary. I do think you upgraded your bots a little bit early though, but that's okay. Let's watch. Right. Alright. So you go standard item builds, it's good. If you think you're playing against a tough lane, like a Zeus or maybe a Shadow Fiend, you can start with Circlet and 2 branches, and some extra regen. And that way you get your bottle a little bit faster. That's an option, but this is totally fine as well. Okay. I want to check your positioning first.
Yeah, it's probably one of my biggest things actually, is pretty much any role positioning.
Yeah.
It's just
here you just...
I don't think I get it.
Yeah, I mean it's not uncommon, so it's okay. There's no reason for you to run through over here. It's like unnecessary risk, so just stay on the high ground. If anything, you don't even show here. You just wait up here like these guys are doing. That way, like they can't see you if they're standing right here, and you can see them. It's just you're giving unnecessary information here, so no need for it. Okay. Then here, since you have vision on this high ground here, you should not let Jakiro zone you out like this. This is incorrect. You should just turn and start hitting him. It's like this guy should never ever do this, where he just runs into the rune against 3 people. I don't know what this is, what this is, but yeah. So this should never happen.
Makes sense.
You should definitely be zoning him beforehand. Okay. Okay. No. Yeah, okay. So, this isn't a bad thought, but you stayed too long. You can't take any creep hits. It's really important, actually. Okay, your execution was slightly off too. You canceled 1 right click, but yeah. So this isn't bad, and you ended up backing off, like, at an okay time. But just make sure you don't take any hits at the start. It affects things quite a bit. Okay, also here. I don't believe you bought a salve at the start.
No, I don't do that either.
Okay.
Yeah,
you
that's kind of something Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, you need to do that. It basically, like, unless you are a perfect player, then you need a salve. Salve is like a buffer for until you get your bottle. Like a salve is, let's say you take a really bad trade or you get ganked or something and you live. Salve lets you stay in lane when you wouldn't be able to otherwise. So since there are no perfect players, like even the best Queen of Pains in the world, like Sumail comes to mind, G comes to mind from Virtus Pro. Since they can't play co-op to that, perfect level or whatever, then I don't think that you should try to. Just buy the salve at the beginning of the game when you get the bounty rune. Okay, so that's fine. I want to talk about this too, though. So look at the creeps right here. I'll look at your player perspective actually from this. So this creep is about to die, right? What is this range creep going to target here? I guess it's too late to ask because it's already hitting you.
Myself, obviously, yeah.
Yeah, because you're the closest.
It's just the closest target to him.
Yep. Yep, you're the closest enemy unit. So what this does, it's actually more impactful than just losing HP on your part. Basically, this means that since this range creep stops hitting your creeps, they're going to live longer, and therefore your creeps are going to push faster than they normally would, right? Like,
right.
In this case, like they still have 3 melee, so it's like sort of balancing out, but not really. But yeah, so basically this is going to cause the wave to push to Invoker, and you don't want that. You want to pull it back towards your tower, because you can like zone him out like you're doing right now. Also, this guy's like playing incorrectly, but it's okay. So definitely, like, this is something you need to avoid. Like, if this Invoker was better, then he would be hitting you right now. Like, he would have already had a hit on you, and he would just keep trading with you right now. He's playing, like, let's look at it from his perspective. Okay. So, slow it down again. Okay, so he walks up and hits you. He sees the range creep is hitting you. He knows that you don't have Shadow Strike anymore, and then he backs off. Why does he back off here? What the fuck? Like, what is this? He should just be hitting you. He could get like 100 more damage on you right here for free, and you wouldn't be able to respond really. You could try trading and like turning like turning and tanking their creeps and trading with him, but that would be like bad. Obviously, you wouldn't want to do that. So this guy is messing up pretty bad in my opinion. But yeah, okay. So you get Shadow Strike up, and you go back, hit him once, Shadow Strike. That's fine. Definitely want to avoid this situation where you're tanking the range creep, though.
Yeah. So, can I still stay up there if I know that that range creep is not planning on switching like immediately or something like that? I don't know. Like, I feel like it's good for I felt like it was good for me to stay up there, because Invoker was like.
Oh no, yeah,
out of his comfort zone, but at the same time it's bad because
your conceptual play is fine. Like this is totally fine, but your execution is bad. Like you need to make sure you're out of this 500 range bubble that it's going to aggro.
Okay.
Like the aggro radius on creeps is 500 range, so it's about here. I don't know how I could actually display it in console, but yeah.
Right.
What's Invoker's attack range? 600. Okay.
Okay, so it would be like right on the edge.
Yeah, it'd be like slightly less than this. So you'd pretty much have to walk up right here and stand on this bush in order to Shadow Strike him here. But yeah, you want to avoid aggroing the range creep. It's not so bad to aggro it, but you need to like, disengage quickly. Yeah, it does a lot more damage than you might think. So yeah, okay. So you Shadow Strike him again. That's fine. Okay. So he's playing well here, and you're playing incorrectly. You definitely want to avoid this situation where like he is standing on the opposite side of you in the creeps. You want to be constantly pressuring this guy into moving, because eventually, like if he's comfortable like this, if he's staying in the same spot, then he's going to he's going to have an advantage on you in a lane where he shouldn't really, at least not early on. You want to force him to keep moving around. So what I mean by this is, okay. Watch his perspective since he has vision. Alright, so this creep wave rolls in. The creeps are in between you and him, so you can't hit him, obviously. Okay. Then he sees you walk up, then he immediately responds by walking down a little bit. Maybe he's not thinking about this, and yeah, you can tell he's not because he walks back forward. But he's making the correct play here when he walks down, because then, like, it becomes hard for you to trade, like, through the creep wave or whatever. So his positioning is good here. What you need to do in this case is not let him do this. You need to run back around this way. And trade like uphill. It's okay to trade uphill in this case. You just need to like know when to back off. Like just one right click and then Shadow Strike and back off. Don't commit to like a full like all in uphill or whatever for obvious reasons. But yeah, so you need to like continue moving downward and like keep trying to make this guy run back and forth. And eventually he might get out of position and mess up, and then you can go in.
So I would go behind my creeps and up the hill to him, or
no,
or. Sorry.
So watch my cursor. It's okay. Okay. So this my cursor is over here on the left.
Okay. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. So this guy is about to walk down. He walks down right here. What you need to do in this case... Oh, you don't have a high ground ward, so it's kind of tough. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so what I said was correct if you had a high ground ward, but you don't in this case. So just to reiterate, if you had vision on him, you would walk down and come down like right here.
Okay.
And you would just like Shadow Strike, right click, and then back off towards this area, and then keep trying to harass him when he walks up this way, and try to get him to go back over to this side. That part of like the issue with this is the creep wave is in a bad spot for you, and that's like the biggest issue. That's mainly because you've been aggroing the range creep so much. It's like slightly pushing to him, but staying on his hill. So you want to like continuously pull it back if possible, and avoid aggroing creeps for this reason. Because it's really hard for you to zone him here, and you have to like. The only way you can hit him is going for an uphill trade, or, like, obviously you could tank the tower or whatever, but that's inefficient, so, yeah.
So the best position for the creep wave, would it be, like, on top of my stairs somewhere? Or
yeah, like, just out of your tower range would be best, like, right here. That's just because, like, if you consider the distance between him and his tower, if he's last hitting up here, like, the creep waves are right here, he has to be here to last hit, like, anywhere in here. And obviously, like, that gives you room to blink on him and, Shadow Strike and stuff. So definitely avoid pushing as queen in most cases. There are some matchups where pushing and, like, getting a double wave is appropriate, but in general, you can just chill and try to, keep the wave back. And that will do you well. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, good. You start hitting it right away. Okay. Don't sacrifice CS for getting the Force Spirit.
Okay.
I'm actually gonna change something really quick. I think that might fix it. Okay. Is the screen sharing working still?
So far it's, well, your screen is dark, but the screen sharing is working, yeah.
Okay, that's fine. Yeah.
Is it supposed to be dark?
It is
Oh, okay,
not.
there. I can
Wait.
see a screen right
Okay.
now.
I keep getting alt tabs. Alright, what the fuck, man? Okay, one sec. Sorry.
No, it's fine.
Okay. Well, if I get alt tabbed again, well, I'll change it back for you. Okay. Okay.
Wait.
What the fuck? Alright.
So the screen, is it dark for you right now or no?
No, I'm alt
No, I just see a black screen in Dota mouse and that's it.
Oh, okay. So, yeah, that's
Yeah.
weird. Okay. So I'll change it. Not really sure what's up with that, but whatever. Okay. Yeah, it should be good now.
Yeah, see it now. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Let's go back. Okay. I believe there's a time where you got the rune as well. Okay, yeah, so it's just here. Okay, so when you're going for runes, as a mid, you need to, like, check the map. You need to be checking the map always, obviously, but you need to, like, specifically do it when you're going to be rotating, like, to runes. Or just to, like, you know, the secret shop or whatever. So you need to check for a couple things, like, okay, first off, what heroes can kill me if I go to the rune? In this game, there are none. You know, assuming you use your blink well, so you're fine there. No combination of heroes can kill you if you just blink away, so that's fine. But there could be like a lion on the other team, there could be like Shadow Demon, Kunkka, something like that, some kind of support duo, where you need to be careful. In this game you're fine, so that's fine. So just like double check the map and check where people are before you go for runes. Okay. Yeah, that's fine. Okay, yeah, you're taking too much damage here. Like, you can't go for these kind of trades. Like, it's not horrible because you actually get a good amount of gold out of it, but and you end up missing the CS on the melee too. But like, you never want to go for these trades where it's like, how do I explain this? You never want to just walk at this guy and scream him when you're going to be taking creep aggro, or just in general, like, unless you're going to be like committing to a trade where you have creep advantage and like your creeps are going to be hitting his creep, or your creeps are going to be hitting him. You never want to just force a trade like this. In most cases, you don't anyway. Basically, like, this guy's counterplay to this situation here is very simple. He just continues to right-click you. He doesn't have to do anything fancy to win this trade. Like, he already has an HP advantage. He has a high ground advantage. He has creep advantage. He's got everything going for him here. So you don't need to, like, you shouldn't go for this, basically.
Okay. So, I guess here's a general question, right? What is like really my goal in the mid lane? Like, is it get as much CS and like,
it's
obviously killing would be the best
it's kind of
possible outcome, right? But
it's kind of a bad question, honestly. Like, it depends so much on that game. Like, it could be a lane where you're supposed to go 5-0 and kill the guy over and over again if no supports interfere or whatever. Or it could be a game where you're supposed to just survive and get like 10 CS at 10 minutes or something because your lane is so impossible and you're getting camped.
Right.
It just changes. The best answer I can give you is to get as much as you can out of the lane and deny your opponent as much as you can.
Right.
With the focus on getting what you can out of the lane. That's just like, that's the best thing to do in a lot of cases. there's no like clear-cut answer to that because Dota is it's such a dynamic game that it changes. So like your goals in the game will change so often. So. Okay, so we go bottom rune. Now's a good time to bottle crow. This is actually something that's really important. The courier is flying to you, and this happens a lot. Is when you're going for a rune, a lot of the time it's a good idea to like get ready to bottle crow as well if you're this low. Because basically now, if you're gonna get full HP, you need to use all of your bottle charges, and even that won't get you to full. So in order to like continuously sustain yourself and continue like pushing and fighting and all that, you need to bottle crow here. And the courier just gets to you, so you're not going to do that. And now look what's going to happen. You're going to have, like, you have 400 HP missing, and you want to use your bottle charges to, you know, get your HP up, obviously. But you're also going to be wasting the mana portion of the bottle, because you're pretty much full mana. So you're in this, like, awkward position now. So you definitely want to use all of your bottle charges, then bottle crow. Okay. It's okay. Not too much to say about this, really. You just gotta respect the fact that he has an HP advantage on you. And also, it's getting to the point where the lane is starting to become Invoker favored, in that like he does more damage than you in most cases. Unless he messes up and you can blow his 4 spirits up with Sonic Wave and Scream, and also hit him. But yeah. Okay. Oh, what? Okay.
Yeah.
What was going on here?
I think I was just getting like really nervous because he was winning the wave and winning the lane and like pressuring me so hard that I just kind of I saw bounty and I just went,
okay,
screw you, go back to base or something like that.
No, this is nothing. That doesn't mean anything. He doesn't have to go back to base here. If he goes back to base, this guy is like, he's more nervous than you, and you're extremely nervous just from watching that play.
Yeah.
Definitely, like, try to keep your emotions in check. Like, it doesn't matter that Bounty is here. Unless Bounty gets a hit off, this guy he doesn't exist. You have to watch him and, like, watch his positioning, so you're ready for Bounty to go in, but you can't just assume that, like, Bounty is, you know, on my screen, so that means he can kill Invoker, or whatever. Like, yeah. Just, you gotta try to stay calm and collected in games if possible. Watching this play is kind of scary because, like you said, you don't tilt earlier, but this is a tilt play,
right?
And nothing bad has happened. You're winning the lane. Like you're up 6 CS, or you're up 7 CS now. But yeah, right.
I think if I just did everything right the first time and like got a salve and bottle crowed, I think none of that stuff would have happened because.
It's easy for you to say that, right? But you don't actually know.
Yeah,
that.
Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, either way, doing those things will help a lot. Okay. Don't blink the runes. Well, you can in some cases, but like, look at your map here. Like, take a snapshot of what's going on here. So, your starter is showing, your bounty hunter is showing, their razor is showing, and your PA is showing. Where's everyone else? No idea. So you can't just blink to runes. Theoretically, there could be like, you know, 4 heroes sitting here or whatever. And Prophet was actually here, but he's not a threat to you alone. But yeah.
Yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, got your wand. That's fine. Okay, Baruko now, that's good. Get rune spawning, get an illusion rune. Yeah, this shouldn't work. Oh my god. Alright. So this play is gonna work out. Okay, you shouldn't use Scream.
Yeah, I blew my Scream, yep.
Yeah, there's no point. So this should not work. This works because this guy is a 3k player. And I'm not trying to be mean here, but it works because this guy is inexperienced. And like he's not paying attention to what's going on around him. So if you're a Razor in this situation, and a starter comes fucking charging at you when there's like 2 full creep waves here, what are you thinking? Like, okay, there's somebody here, I'm being ganked. Like, let's watch what happens here. Like 2 full creep waves, Slardar just fucking goes in, like, you know, full speed ahead, like full
Yeah.
horsepower. Like there's something going on here. But this guy's response is to go back in, like, oh, I'm gonna kill this guy, which is really bad. So this should never work. First of all, like, let's look at what Razor saw before this even happened. Okay. I guess, yeah, we should look at Razor's point of view. Okay. So Razor sees Queen of Pain mid. Then he had the information that you ran upwards here. And he also knows that it's about 8 minutes, so Rune is spawning. So this guy's reaction should be to push this as fast as possible and then get out as soon as he can. It should not be to stay here. He shouldn't do anything else. He should just push the wave back off, go to his tower or whatever. He ends up staying, you know, a little bit too long, so that's bad. Even still, though, he could get out right here, even if he was a little bit late. So because, like, he hasn't seen Queen of Pain yet, he needs to, you know, continue backing off and assume that she's coming. Just because, like, all the signs are pointing to Queen of Pain coming. So, yeah. Okay. So then, on top of this being, like, a poor conceptual play, the execution was kind of bad as well. Okay. So let's look at your camera before this even went down. Okay. So right now, you get the Illusion Rune. The first thing you should do before you even get to the rune, you should be looking at top and just seeing like what his HP is like. If he's low, if he has stick charges, if he has a TP, all those sorts of things. You need to be checking these things before you even try to commit to the gank. Because like, okay, if this guy is 200 HP, can you kill him? You know, probably. You can blink and scream and he'll die. If he's full HP, then you and Slardar can still kill him, but it's still important to to check those things, right? Like, it could be a different situation. Like, that's just a habit that you want to get into. Because you're not going to be playing Queen of Pain with Slardar against Razor every game. So, like, getting information is important. Okay. So you blink on him. Dagger, that's fine. Against Razor, you don't want to lead with Dagger, unless he's, like, you know, immobile. And that's just because you get purged when you do that. It's okay to do it if you're not going to get, like, be affected by the slow, but in this case, like, you are, so... just lead with Blink Scream and start hitting him. Also, there's no way to, or no reason to use Sonic Wave, but that's kind of obvious. That's okay.
So, I would have just turned around, right? Get the rune and go back to lane, or like.
Well, no,
ideally,
it's fine to go for the gank. You just have to play off how the Razor plays, like, and also like what Slardar does. Like, I don't think that was a gank that should happen ever. But, I mean, stuff like that is going to happen. If you just, like, what you should be doing is, while you're going for the rune, you should be seeing how the creep wave is positioned, if your creeps are about to die. Actually, that's the only thing I'm going to say. I think that's the only thing you need to worry about, is, like, are there creeps here? Is Razor going to go for those creeps? If he does, then you kind of know where he's going to be, right? Like, you know he's going to be here, hitting these creeps. So just think about it that way. Like, is there any incentive for Razor to stay in the lane? Okay.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
It's a kill. Yep, that's good.
Middle tower is under attack. Top tower is under attack.
Okay, that was another good time to bottle crow. You can just buy like an Oblivion staff, or not an Oblivion staff, a robe, and just send your bottle back, and that would be good. Oh my god, what is he doing? You're dead here. You're 100% dead here. So, wow, that was incredible. I can't believe he didn't just kill you. So I guess the only thing this guy has going for him is that like bounty is missing, so he kind of has to run away. But you're still supposed to die here. If this guy, like... whatever. Okay. So basically...
I think he has a Razor right next to me, too.
Yeah. Okay, that's even worse. I had no idea this guy was there. Okay, so yeah. You were dead solo to him, for sure. But basically what this guy needs to do is not have Sunstrike invoked for whatever reason. Not suicide his 4 spirits like he's doing now. Yeah, if he just invokes Cold Snap here, and he has 4 spirits, he just Cold Snaps you, and you die. You get right-click down, like, pretty much instantly. So, never blink on an invoker like this, unless you intend to kill him.
Right.
That's really, really bad. Like, this play only works because this guy is, like, really uncomfortable. Okay, that's fine. You TP at home. Yeah, TPing was probably fine. Actually, if anything, it's better to save your TP and just run home. That's because then you have the option to TP to another lane to gank on your way back. Like, you have Sonic Wave up, so... even if you just end up, like, TPing back to your lane, that's fine. Just save it. You know, run back to base first. Because there could be a situation where, like, hey, Weaver is really low, I can just TP bottom and then blink, you know, scream him or something, and he'll die. So you want to keep those options open. Whereas now you would have to run to the lane.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, by rogue, good.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, yeah, again, you should get cold snapped here. I don't know what this guy's doing. It's fine. Okay, if you intend to go for the rune, you should be using your illusions earlier. So that's okay. This should be a okay round. Okay. You messed up your scream a little bit. Okay. So slot our TPs in. Okay.
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. So I mean, execution. That's fine.
It was yeah, blink range problem, I think, for me. Or just not realizing where I am at the time.
Yeah, it's you just didn't have a
I
good.
assumed that was closer.
You didn't have a good grasp on where your hero was, which is okay. It's fine. That gets better with time, so it's fine. Alright. So TP back mid, also fine. Check Invoker's items, that was good. I like seeing that. Good. Okay, so finally you get cold snapped, and you aren't gonna die because you have stick. Good. Okay. So let's look at what happened here and what caused you to lose so much HP. It's pretty easy to fix actually, so it's fine. Okay.
That's good. I like to hear that.
Okay. So you walk up, and here's your issue: is you don't know what's going on the map. You only know where PA is right now, assuming you look at her. And you know where Razor is too as well. Oh, actually PA is okay. Switch that around. You know where Razor is, and that's it really, except for the people on your team. So you can't walk to this high ground spot right here. Because, like, theoretically, there could be, you know, 4 heroes sitting right here.
4 heroes there, yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. So just avoid walking to high ground like that. Actually, I'm not going to check to see if they messed up their execution or whatever, but, yeah. Okay, so there was a Sunstrike, so maybe they did, but, okay. Also, I noticed that you're not tread swapping much. Definitely want to get into the habit of that. It's really important, no Clop. Do you know what I mean by tread swapping?
Yeah.
Okay,
I do.
yeah. Okay. What's going on here? Like, what caused you to TP down here?
I guess an assumption that someone else might, and we might be able to defend the tower.
Okay. So I typically stay away from, like, cheesy things or whatever. Yeah, like yeah, it's... I'm sure you've heard that really stupid saying where, like, people say, like, oh, you know what happens when you assume? You make an asset of you and me, But it does apply in a lot of cases. Like, here, you can't assume that your teammates are going to make a correct play here. I don't even think TPing down here and defending is the correct play, to be honest.
Right. Yeah.
But, yeah. So either way, never assume that your teammates are going to do something. Even if you say to them, like, 30 seconds in advance or whatever, do this at this exact moment. Or, like, you know, they say they're going to do it. Even if they say, I'm going in, or whatever. Like, don't assume that they're going to do it. Play purely reactively when it comes to your team.
Okay. Yeah, but it was a mistake on my part anyway. It doesn't matter whether I assumed or not.
Right.
There's nothing I could have done about it.
Yeah. That was a really good swing. Really good.
I'm actually like one of those people that loses themselves in fights for sure. Like I have no idea what's going on. It's like it's happening too fast for me or something.
Well, we can talk about that in a little bit. Okay. Let's look at the outcome of this fight. Okay. So first key thing of this fight is you see Jakiro walk in. Your camera's in like kind of an awkward spot, but it's okay. The fire that's down right now is just a glitch. It's gonna be coming soon, but yeah. Okay, so you blink right away. I think that's the first mistake. I think you should just run here in the first place. Yeah. Okay. So the placement of the Sonic Wave was fine. It's good, I'd say. You don't hit Razor, which kind of sucks, but it's okay. Okay. Only real critique here is you should have been on Strength Treads, but I mean, that's fine. Not a big deal. You stick. Okay, AC Fear on TPN on the left. Okay, I mean, so far this is fine. I don't have any issues with this really. Definitely tread switch whenever you use bottle, you want to switch to adi treads. That's really important.
Yeah, I usually do. Yeah, definitely.
Okay.
I think this was just in the heat of the moment, sort of, or right after the moment.
Yeah, you still want to get it down so that, like when you're, in the moment or whatever, you can tread switch because it makes a huge difference.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So, was I supposed to be on in treads when I was like doing all the casting, like
Yeah,
the
no,
Sonic
absolutely.
Wave and stuff, and then switch to strength, or
Yeah, you just switch to strength once you're done casting your spells or whatever.
yeah,
Just because you have more HP, like you're able to survive better. So
that makes sense.
okay. And to address the thing where you lose yourself in fights,
Are fortified.
I actually recommend that you play some overthrow. Like, maybe you can do that for 5 minutes a day or something. Play one game. It helps a lot if you take the time to focus on, like, okay, you pick Queen of Pain and overthrow or whatever, and then while you're fighting, you make a habit of like moving your eyes around the screen and like moving your camera as much as possible and trying to see every single hero, and also looking at the minimap and see what you can pick up there.
So I don't know what that is. Overthrow, is that like a arcade game or something like that?
Yeah, it's one of the custom games. It's like the Valve.
Oh, okay. Is this like 2-on-2 or 3-on-3 or something like that? Like when you have 5 people, or
yeah.
Okay.
Do Desert Quintet or Temple Quartet, I guess, which is fine. Just do the team ones so there are more people to fight.
Okay.
Yeah, basically just like practice gathering information while you're fighting and while you're like inputting commands or whatever. When you play it, you can't just like veg out though. It has to be like you actively try to get better at gathering information and like try to use those skills. Otherwise, it's sort of a waste of time. But yeah, it does actually help a lot if you put your mind to it. Okay, so let's go back and look at what's going on here.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so you go back to base. This is fine. You're pretty low, so you need to do this.
Are fortified.
Bottle up. Okay. I don't like this TP because this, again, Invoker doesn't just turn and kill your ass. Like,
Yeah.
I don't know why he's not doing this. They could just very easily, like, summon 4 spirits, turn and cold snap you. Or even, like, turn to Ice Wall, and that'd be fine, too. They could just kill you. And you can't do anything at that point. Like, okay. So it's... The original problem is that you TP down here in the first place, when these guys could just run away. And it'd be fine. Unless they stay for whatever reason while you're TPing and just keep hitting the tower, and, they choose to die, then that's fine. But, yeah. So... TPing down here in the first place is a mistake, in my opinion. You should be going mid. Second off, you definitely don't blink to chase these guys, because you should die here, for sure.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah. Okay, so the biggest issue is the conceptual part, where you should just go mid and try to, like, push out lanes. A lot of people make the mistake of trying to fight too much as Queen. Like, she's actually a hero that needs, like, a fair amount of farm. You need to keep up with it. So, yeah. Don't neglect your farm.
Yeah, I think like Queen. That's actually a good thing that you said that, because with Queen I tend to try to look for fights more than I farm.
Yeah, it should be like you farm and TP to fights to clean up or whatever, or like you TP to kill somebody that you know for sure that you can kill. They have no chance of getting away or whatever. You're definitely like a pushing hero. Well, not a. I shouldn't say it. You're like a wave pushing hero, to be more specific. Like
Right.
She's a really good split pusher, so you want to be doing that, constantly.
Okay.
Okay. So, alright, that's fine.
Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Get runes, good. Okay. So that was fine. Your guys' execution was a little bit sloppy, but that's okay. So you shouldn't have gone on the Razor in the first place, or Slaughter shouldn't have anyway. Okay, this kill is okay. Okay, so you guys can't kill this Razor pretty much no matter what. If Bounty walks up, he's just gonna die. So, he can't nuke and complete this kill or whatever.
He kills himself.
Oh, he actually does. Holy crap! Oh no. Okay, that's pretty funny. Okay, a lot of people don't realize that this spell is a thing, and it does damage. It's really funny. Like, I wonder how many people died at Purge or whatever, or just get slowed by it. But yeah, okay. So, you use your regen after you blink away, which is good. This is a good play. You're getting ready to re-engage. I don't like your camera positioning here. You should be looking at them, not your hero. Like, you should be able to control your hero, just like, okay, you click to where you want to move, and then you look at these guys, then you click again, then you go back to these guys, just to see if there are any opportunities, like any chinks in the armor or whatever.
Okay, yeah,
okay, Prophet goes on you. This is the first Orchid reveal, I think. Okay, you blink away. He doesn't have max sprout. Okay, so you're fine. That's good. So you don't die to the first Orchid gank on you, which is good. Okay.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Yeah.
Radiant's
So your Orchid is pretty late, and it's mostly due to your lack of farm. Okay. Honestly, I think we should jump to a different replay at this point. Your biggest issues in this game were like the laning phase stuff, like the positioning thing, where you want to like force Invoker to run around and make him uncomfortable, and also try to keep the wave on your high ground in most cases. Yeah, and also like try to like on every hero you play, pretty much like that's a mid hero. You want to like be farm focused. You always want to have a TP on you so that you can TP in and clean up a fight or whatever, and you want to be actively looking for opportunities to do so, but you don't want to try to force them. You'll have much more success if you just focus on pushing, farming, prioritizing pushing out lanes, and TPing into clean up fights rather than start them. Okay, so why don't we jump to a different replay at that point?
So I don't have one prepared for you, but
that's okay. We can just find one. It's cool.
Do you want to just kind of pick a random one? And
sure.
I will just cross my fingers, hope it's not super embarrassing.
Okay.
So how do you, or do I need to pick a random one?
No,
like,
I'll pick. It's fine.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I mean, your input does matter, so it's whatever one you want to learn from. Don't really worry about the embarrassing thing. Like, I've seen way worse, so don't worry.
So maybe like let's like a maybe a lion thing or.
Okay, sure.
Or a jug, either a lion or a jug, yeah.
Okay. So this game you went 2-14. You guys won. Your last hits are really low for support. You have Blink Euless. You have Clawing Blade Gem. I like to see that. Okay, this is kind of an interesting one. We can watch.
I think I bought that gem way too late. I should do that much earlier.
Yeah, if you are ahead, then you probably want to do it.
Yeah.
Okay. So you have a Sven, Magnus, Bounty. You guys have a pretty easy team to. Well, actually, the Magnus is hard, but it's okay. Okay. So whenever you're playing a support, you kind of want to like. Before the game even starts, you want to see, like, okay, who can I set up kills on? Like, who's going to really hate getting hexed? Obviously, every hero gets countered to an extent by being hexed, but some are weaker than others. Like, their effective HP is based on, like, how well they can evade ganks with their mobility spells or, like, Match Community or whatever. So, for example, Windrunner is really weak to hex because she needs to Windrun in order to get away from ganks or Blink or whatever. Yeah. Same with Timbersaw. He needs to Timber Chain away.
Slark.
Yeah, Slark to an extent as well. Actually, to a big extent. Like, the only issue is, like, you need to keep track of his Dark Pact, but yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's an important habit as a support, or any hero for that matter. Okay.
Windranger at your bounty.
Alright, so what do you buy at the start? Buy Courier, Obs, Branch. Okay, that's fine. You can replace Branch with Fairy Fire, and that's good too. It doesn't matter so much. If you're... Hopefully Bounty buys Sentries, but if you're a support, then you need to buy Sentry Wards in most cases. Bounty's not going to buy them, so yeah.
Is that to just try to do whatever they planted or?
Yeah, it's pretty much that's the main function, and the alternative function in this game is to give one to Bounty so that he can contest mid. Like if they're mid by sentries or it gets a sentry given to him, Bounty can deward it, and that's really helpful. Then he can
So
continue
do I
tackling.
sacrifice some regen for it, or
Yeah.
like
Yeah, ideally he buys him.
clarity? Yeah, makes sense.
But yeah, so just sacrifice regen next time. It's worth it in most cases. It kind of sucks,
30
but yeah,
seconds to battle.
they're very necessary. So okay.
The battle begins.
Okay, go to block. That's fine. One thing to keep in mind is that okay. So some offlaners like have their range creep run out in front of their creeps or whatever. Like they block the melee creeps but not the range one, so it runs out and then the wave pushes to them. So what you can do to counteract that is just like tank the creep wave here. Like you catch the range creep and then like tank it and they'll like bundle up or whatever. So you can do that instead of blocking next time. That's not an every game thing, so don't worry about it too much. But yeah. Okay. So this is a double mango timber saw. That is a big issue for you.
Yeah, I shouldn't be trading with him, right? Yeah.
Not the way you're doing it, no. Okay. So here, this is fine. But yeah, so your approach to trading with this guy is incorrect. Like you want to be trading with him because you have support. You kind of have to, and you can effectively zone this guy, especially once you see that he doesn't have reactive armor skilled. But you can't do it in a sense that like okay, so this is a hero that does a pretty significant amount of damage early on, even with just level 1. Like it's good against Lion. It's more than enough to kill a Lion if like Lion messes up or whatever. And it doesn't even it applies in situations where he doesn't have enough damage to kill you. If he had reactive armor, it would be the same thing. You never want to walk around Fog into a melee hero, assuming you guys are like on equal grounds, like equal HP and stuff, or you can't just kill him. So this approach here is incorrect. You need to come in from this side next time. It's worth it to spend the time, like, first of all, you shouldn't be in lane at the start like this. You shouldn't ever, like, just be here as a support when the wave walks in. Never. Ever, ever. So get that, like, try to break that habit.
So I just sit in the jungle for a while?
Yeah, you just wait here, basically. Or you can wait here if you're, a little bit afraid or whatever. You want to approach the lane from this angle all the time. There are very few exceptions. And the exceptions never involve, coming through lane like this, so yeah.
Makes sense.
Okay. So because you walk around a corner into Fog like this guy, the big weakness of Timbersaw is that he's a melee hero and he needs farm. So, he can't farm the creep wave in the off lane very safely without, walking up or whatever. Getting last hits. And he also can't trade effectively with range heroes because they have a range advantage on him. When you walk around the corner like this into Fog and you meet him right here, you kind of like negate his weakness, right? Like he's a melee hero, and you're a range hero, so you have that advantage on him. But it doesn't matter if you're in melee range.
Yeah.
So you need to keep that in mind when you're playing any hero, actually. But yeah, it applies especially here. Okay.
Oh yeah, then Beast Master shows up, and I think this lane did not go well for me at all.
Yeah, it's because you're not doing.
I think.
Yeah, you need to start hitting the boar immediately. Like this boar is 200 HP at level 1. It's really weak. Like just start hitting it. You can kill it in like how much armor? Yeah, you can kill it in 4 hits. It has 0 armor, so 4 hits and it's dead. You get a bunch of gold XP. So don't let it stay alive. Yeah, see, it almost died in 2 hits and some creep hits, so it's good. Okay.
So, question, right?
Yep.
When would be a good time for me to like start pulling? Because lately I've been actually choosing against pulling when I'm like supporting a safe lane carry, because I feel like it just messes with a lot of things.
Well, it does, but don't worry about it so much. Like you can't pull in this lane. Like ideally you would be able to, but you kind of can't because like they could easily dive, and Sven has to do like some certain things that you can't really rely on him to do in order to counteract that. So you just kind of have to chill in this case. Ideally, you would be able to pull, but you can't really. Usually, like you want to pull when you're not going to affect the outcome of the lane, really. Does that make sense, or do you want me to elaborate more?
Can Can you repeat it? Sorry, I think I spaced out for that last sentence.
Okay, that's fine. So you want to pull when it's not going to affect the outcome of the lane, or when you are in a situation where you're playing against an offlaner that you can't zone. So like, let's say a Nyx assassin or whatever, you would have trouble zoning him solo. So you would pull in that case.
Okay.
So you try to go for a kill. If that doesn't work, you just start pulling, and that's your way of denying him.
Okay. Yeah, that makes sense actually. Yeah.
Okay. And you also know like to never single pull, pretty much, right? Like
Yeah.
do the pull through.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. All right.
So, I also wasted a lot of time sitting there by the mid lane, trying to think of a way to kill Windranger, and I couldn't figure it out. Like, was there a possibility for me at all? Did I just miss it?
Not without a smoke. You need a smoke in this case. You don't have to buy one, but that's your way to kill him. I mean, it's fine. Like, if anything, you just go for the rune, and while you're going for the rune, you look at this and see what's going to happen. Like, if, how the creep wave is positioned mainly. And see if any, openings will open up or whatever. And if nothing happens before you get the rune, then just go back to your lane or whatever. That's fine.
Okay. Alright.
It's definitely important as a support to be looking around the map constantly, and, like, looking for any areas of weakness that you can gank. Okay. So you do end up spending, like, a minute and a half here.
Yeah.
Dire's courier has been killed.
Yeah, you get the hawk, that's good.
I think I just abandoned Sven for like 2 minutes. That's not good, right?
No, it's fine. It's fine. Like, this guy can't die to these heroes, so he's okay. If he dies, it's his fault. Like, your job is not to sit here and babysit him. Your job is to make sure he's able to farm decently. And if you're here, he doesn't farm any easier. It's still the same lane. Like, you don't affect the outcome of this lane. The only thing you can do is like bail this guy out of trouble, which, like, that's not your job. Your job is to, like, positively affect the outcome of the game, not like how do I explain this? Your job is not to babysit this guy. Like, if you were a Dazzle, okay, it's different. But you're a Lion. You can affect the outcome of the game by getting kills for your team. So you need to be like trying to do that. So you're fine in this case. Ideally, like, if you're gonna leave lane, you get something done. Like, that's a better option. Or you, like, try to do something. You were trying to gank mid, but your approach was very, like, it's not gonna work out in most cases if you're doing it that way. So yeah.
Right.
So leaving lane is fine. It's good in a lot of cases actually. So. Okay, so now that Bounty's here. Sorry, go ahead.
Go ahead. No, you know.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So now that Bounty's here, you guys can go for a kill. Like, this Beastmaster will die 100%. Oh, what the hell? Okay.
Oh, I think I die here. Yeah, I see the first blood.
Okay, your mechanics were very bad there. Okay. So, first things first. This is fine, like, killing the boar is okay. Here, though, like, when Bounty is in range, you need to just pull the trigger and go. Like, right here, you just stun him and go. Right now. Like, right fucking now. Like, this guy, this is the perfect spot for you guys to go in, pretty much. Ideally, Sven is a little bit closer, but this will get the job done. You have more than enough CC. So, okay, right here, you go. Like, this is because, like, look at, all of your heroes are running towards him. Like, this is a good time for you to CC, and that's when you get the most value. So even right here, all of this time, you should be CCing him. Like, right now, CC, 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 all the way up until this point. Eventually, Sven does your job for you, which is really bad. This honestly leads to your death. Like, this guy ends up living because he fairy fires, or, like, he doesn't die to your auto or whatever, and you die to the tower. So just going in earlier would have solved this. Also, like, during this whole time, you made a serious mechanical error where you were, like, doing nothing. And it's because you misclicked or something like that, so I'm not trying to grill you too hard there, but that's what happened. Okay. So, like, let's look at your inputs. My cursor is off the screen right now. We're just gonna watch it in slow-mo. So you click next to him. You attack, then hex. Okay, there's the hex. Then you click to the left. And while Timber is chaining across, you end up right-clicking on him, which is bad. Like, that causes your hero to move erratically. And you're missing, like, you missed about 2 attacks so far, where you could be attacking this guy. You know, because you were just running around doing nothing. And that really matters. Like your DPS as a support is very significant early on, so you need to be doing that. Like you need to be worrying about your max DPS or whatever for getting a kill. Okay, so this guy lives with 1 right click, and if you had made up for that by not messing up your mechanics earlier, you wouldn't get first blooded because you wouldn't dive the tower.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks.
Yep. Okay. So you buy boots and a smoke. That's a good response to this. Okay. Okay, AC Slark is being crazy. Level AC, he's 4. Okay, yeah, this is a good gank or a good lane to gank. So I'll watch this and then we can wrap things up. Okay. What the fuck? What's he doing? Alright, this guy's aggressive. Okay. Couple things. If you're gonna smoke, you should do it earlier. Like, smoking here is fine, but it's kind of iffy. Okay. Also, since you're smoked, you shouldn't run this way. You should just like run, up here, because you can kind of like guess that there's gonna be someone here to pop it. So just be careful with that. Okay. So this should be a free kill if somebody's here. Okay. So bounty wasn't there. That's fine. Not much you can do. Okay.
Yeah, I've made like close to no impact in that early game, and I think that happens to me a lot for Lion. I just don't know where to go like to be useful.
So okay, I think that's a good thing to wrap up with. So when you're playing a support or any hero for that matter, you want to like see who your hero is good at killing on the enemy team and who with. So like in this case, you have Lion and you have a Necrophos, a Bounty, a Magnus, and a Sven. All of these heroes do a lot of damage, like just on their own through spells or right clicks or whatever. So you can kill most of these heroes, right? Like with the exception of maybe like a level 6 Slark if he gets his spells off. And that's it, really. Like everyone else is food pretty much if you guys are there. So really, like what you should be looking for in this game is like, okay, who can I kill? And then from there, like once you decide that, you need to like plan for it. So like, okay, Windrunner is positioned in mid right here. I have a couple ways I can go around. I can, run around this way, go around through lane, stun her, and then Necrophos will alter, whatever, yada yada. Or like, okay, I'm gonna approach bottom lane from the thing we talked about. We go around this way. They're here. Sven go in, whatever. So you need to think about your approach as well as like, where you should be in the first place. That's my best advice for that. Unfortunately, there's no like cheat sheet I can give you or whatever. It's just like playing the game.
Yeah, that makes sense. Just be aware of what's going on the map, I guess.
Yeah, pretty much. Okay. So do you have any like final questions or thoughts, concerns, or whatever?
Thoughts, concerns. I would just question like when is a good time to set up another session? Do you have like a rule where you don't want to do multiple sessions in a row with like the same person? How backed up are you and stuff like that? But
yeah,
we could discuss that off the record. Like if it's up,
yeah,
it's up to you.
That'd be slightly better.
Okay.
Yeah, so I can talk to you like right after this. Is that all for final questions?
Yeah, I guess I didn't really prepare any specific questions, and I can't think of anything right now. So.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna let you go then, man. Hope this was helpful.
No, thank you very much.
Okay, cool. So I'll message you in a sec. All right.
All right.
Peace,
Bye-bye.
dude.